we are going to see the maximum sum subarray of size k problem. This problem is based upon sliding window. We can also solve this problem using brute force, where we have to find first all the subarray, then we have all the subarray of size k, and then we have to compute the maximum value. But this will take big O of n square times, which is higher. But we can solve this same problem using sliding window technique by taking big O of n time only. So now let us see how we can solve this problem using sliding window approach. Sliding window approach. So suppose you are given an array and k equal to 3. Since k element is given, so I'm taking k equal to 3 and this is our array. It means that we have to find the subarray sum with three elements having the maximum sum. So first of all, what I will do, I will take this sum. I will take the sum of the first three elements, which is 5, 2, and minus 1. And every time I will slide my window. This is our window. Slide my window by 1 unit. Again, I will slide my window by 1 unit till I will not get out of bound. It means that I will not increase furthermore because at this point I will get out of bound array out of bound index. So first of all, I have to put my window at this point, which is k equal to 3. So our first point is to find the sum of the first window. So I will store the maximum sum equal to 5 plus 2 plus 1. Since here k equal to 3, I am taking 3 elements. If it is 2, I have to take 2 elements, which gives, this is minus 1, which gives, so this is our maximum sum. The next thing I have to do is, I have to slide my window by 1 unit. So when I slide this window, what I am doing, I am removing this element and adding the next element. I mean to say that I am removing the first element of this previous window and adding the next element of this previous window. So I am adding 0 and removing 5. So it means that our current, first of all, what I will do, our current sum is equal to the maximum sum which we have stored, which is equal to 6. This maximum sum. From that, now our current sum equal to 6 minus this 5 and plus 0, which gives 1 as the value. And if you manually calculate this window sum, it will give 2 minus 1 plus 0, which is 1 only, and which is exactly same as this one. Is to find the compare the value of the current sum and the maximum sum. Since we are finding the maximum sum, so I will compare 6 and 1. I will get 6 as the value, so I will not update this. Again, I have to slide this window by 1 unit. Again, what I have to do, in current sum, I have to, since current sum is 1, I have to remove my first element and add my next element, which is 3, preceding element. So I will get 1 minus 2, which is equal to 2. Since 2 is still less than 6, I am not updating maximum sum anymore. Now, again, I have to increase this point, slide this window by 1 unit. But when I slide now, it will throw an array out of bound index. So I will stop up to this point. I hope it is clear. Now let us see how we can write the same thing in the code. First of all, what I am doing, I am taking the first k element and taking the sum, storing that sum into the maximum element. So I will use a for int I equal to 0, I is less than ki plus plus, where I am storing the maximum sum equal to the sum of that plus equal to area I. So I will get the maximum sum as a 6, right? I have to increase for int I equal to k, I is less than n I plus plus. So this is for sliding the window, where I am finding, first of all, I am storing the current sum equal to maximum sum, from where sum plus equal to, I am removing the first element and adding the array of I and removing the array of I minus k element. It means I minus k gives this first element. Since I equal to 3, when I am at 3, 3 minus 3 gives this 0 and I am removing this element. When I slide this window, I am at this position. 3 minus 3 gives 0, this 0 index, and I will remove this, and area of I is this position, this element. I am adding this. So I will get correct sum now. And also, every time what I am doing, I am maximum sum, comparing the maximum sum as the maximum of current sum, comma, maximum sum, right? And this is our for loop, where first I have to calculate the current sum and then we are comparing the current sum and the maximum sum. And finally, I will return maximum sum. I hope this is clear. Now, let us see the same code in GFC. Here, we have to find the maximum sum. We are given array and k equal to 2. Here, if you do the same thing here, 100 plus 200, first of all it gives 300, then 300 plus 200, which is 500, and the previous is 200. I will update the maximum sum. Now my maximum sum is equal to 500. Again, our window will be this, which is 400 plus 300 equal to 700, and the previous one is our 500. So 500 is less than 700, so I will update my maximum sum by 700, and finally I will get 700 as a final answer. So same thing I am doing here. What I have to do, first of all, I will calculate the size of the array, right? Next thing I have to do is, first of all, take maximum sum equal to 0, where I'm using for in I equal to 0, I is less than k, I plus plus. So I have to calculate the maximum sum. First of all, I have to calculate the sum of the size, sum of maximum sum equal to array I. So this will gives the first k element sum. Now I am storing the current sum equal to maximum sum, where I will slide my window I equal to k, I less than n, I plus plus. I will do current sum plus equal to, I am adding the current position and removing this first position, which I will get I minus k. Now I have to compare the maximum sum equal to maximum of current sum length, comma, current sum plus maximum sum. So this will update the maximum sum if current sum is greater. And finally, what I'm doing, I'm returning maximum sum. I hope it is clear. Let us run this code. It passed all the test case. Now let us submit the same problem. Yeah, it's working. Problem successfully submitted. Thank you.